Hello, this is Matthew Jennings. This is my social media marketing final exam. I have to answer 5 questions. Without further ado, let's get started. So, explain how social media contest can increase sales for a company. So, social media contest, the aim of a social media contest is to increase traffic flow onto your social media page. So let's say Seaboard has a contest where they um, everyone who likes and follows the account on Facebook and also leaves a comment have a chance to win a free 1 year pass, and you choose they choose a total of 5 winners. This is a lottery. This is called a lottery social media contest. And what this does is all the people that like and follow, that increases their traffic flow, and then that increases their sales because that's more people they can market to sell their service of Disney park passes. People can buy tickets to go to SeaWorld. They have a bigger community to market to. So a lot of people they like to start off their social media um, accounts by doing a contest, increase that traffic flow, increase the fan engagement so that they have a big market to market to. And it is not marketing to no one. So, question number 2, offer 3 tips on getting your social media audience engaged in your social media posts. For one, post favorable content. 81% of companies think that they know their customers inside out. And it's actually, if you ask the customers, this is data by IBM research, by the way. If you ask the customers, 35% of them don't think that the marketers know them enough to market to them. So this means that the companies that do know them, they probably get no business. So you want to know the market you target to, and know what kind of content they want. Because if you obviously post favorable content, they're more likely to come back into your page. Um, number two tip. Tip number 2: use analytics and metrics to know your consumer, and this is a way to post the content that they like, and not only to find out what content they like, you can figure out when they view your content. So you can post on the best time frame. You can figure out when is the best time frame to post your content. And that way you get as much people viewing your content as possible. Tip number 3: engage with users. This means liking their comments, replying to those comments. You know, this not only does this make increase engagement. You want to feel like you want your audience to feel like you actually care about them and you actually reading their comments. A lot of people think that they comment and they don't get read, but if you like and comment on people's other people reply to people's comments, then they know that you do read and you do care about their comments. And also, if you comment on someone else's post, if you reply to someone's comment on your page, it sends them a notification. And when you make a thread, everyone who's in that thread, they also get a notification. So some likes on a social media page get sometimes it's over 500 likes. And if you comment on that like, let's say Apple comment on a they reply to a comment that has over 500 likes, all those people they get a notification. So that's 500 people right there. That's free marketing, um, engaging with all those people, and that makes them more likely that they will come back. You know. Okay. Question number 3: characteristics of Pinterest and Instagram. Who are the users? What are the characteristics, and when do they use this platform? Okay, so Instagram users, the most popular are between 18 to 24 years old, um, over 75% of people between this age bracket, so 18 to 24 years old, 75% of them you have an Instagram account and uses it. So this is the most, by far the most popular um, group of people. The reason for this is that, and Instagram has actually grown a lot. It was like around 69% in 2016 of this age group that used Instagram. Now it's between 75%, and it's only growing from there. People like Instagram because of the way they like the content on there and how easy it is to post selfies and the whole um, frame of Instagram. So, and it's pretty evenly split between genders. 52% are women compared to 40% male. So we go to Pinterest users. They're mostly all people who are a little bit older, but majority are female. Um, Over 80% of U.S. mothers in the U.S. have a Pinterest account. And this makes sense because they like to sell stuff, they like to post their products on there, and Pinterest is a reliable way to post that stuff. And recipes, and mothers are always looking for recipes and how to add to their collection in their living room and to update their house and necessities. Men only account for 7% of pins in Pinterest. Now, when do they use this platform? So, one reason why mostly millennials who use this app, Instagram, is because they have the time frame they use it. So this is usually between in between. Actually, data says that in between work that a lot of millennials use Instagram because it's quick and easy. You swipe up and swipe down. It's not, you don't have to curate. You don't have to go like in YouTube. You can't quickly evaluate the information like you can with Instagram. So a lot of people like to use Instagram in between work, and Pinterest is mostly used when people are looking for something to sell, a new recipe, or when they're so holidays is a big, is a very popular time for Pinterest. Now, question number 4. Please discuss 3 content strategies specifically for mobile phones to increase traffic flow and to your restaurant, bar, retail store, etc. So, number 1, match your content with your medium. So what the content you post depends on what social media medium you use. A lot of people like to use all of their content and post the same exact content on every single social media page. That's not very wise. Social media account, I should say. That's not wise because each app is meant for different purposes. For example, Facebook, everything is in one column. So the content you post on Facebook is a lot different than the picture and the content you post on Instagram, because Instagram is only by a portrait or filters or a square. Mostly fit into that one square. And when you look at the whole screen of Instagram, usually one post doesn't fit the whole column like it does with Facebook. So Facebook is better at posting long messages than Instagram. Instagram is better at posting short messages with short pictures than Facebook. Twitter, and for Twitter, what's great to know about this, important to know, is that Twitter has the high, compared to the 3, Twitter has the highest mobile usage. Over 83% of Twitter users are mobile. That's why when you go on Twitter using a desktop, it's not really convenient. It's not set up for desktop. It's set up for mobile usage. And you also Instagram, you can also not just square images, it's also portrait and landscape. So you have updated, but it's mainly used for square images. Number two, invest in an attractive cover photo. So what is the point of a cover photo? So a cover photo is trying to convey a message you're trying to set. So you want to post. And it's also what's good to know about a cover photo is that it's the first thing people see on your social media page, other than your profile pic. But when you click on your profile pic, or of the company, or it could be your brand itself, you as a brand. Let's say Cristiano Ronaldo, he's a brand. He's not a company, but he is a brand. So when you put on Cristiano Ronaldo, the first picture you see is that, other than him, is the cover photo. And um, what would a company like Nike want to post on a cover photo? Something like to never stop, to keep going, something encouraging to keep athletes going. So it depends. Cover photo needs to be set up based on the message you want to send. And remember that this is your first chance of attracting users. So number three, stick to a consistent schedule. This is so important because most people use your social media, they go on social media at the same time every day. And you need to know when your target market is viewing your content. Because you can do this by looking into Facebook Insights, for example. I mean, every social media app has some way of looking at your content and the analytics of that content and the data of that content. Look at to see when is the most popular time that people view content, when they like, when they comment. That way, people won't miss your content. And also, good to remember to don't post too much or don't post too little. If you post too much, maybe a little better than posting too little. Because posting too little, they completely forget about you and they view other brands and content. Posting too much can actually annoy someone. I've actually been a victim of this myself. I've actually deleted some pages. I've actually stopped following some people because they post too much, and then I've also stopped following people because they don't post enough. So you have to find that equilibrium for posting. So what is your response? And final question: what is your response to people that claim that social media, for example, is degrading the value of youth? Well, I would say that's nonsense. Here's why. For one, um, it increases not only creativity but also your social life and connections. People can build connections off Instagram. Um, if people don't have, if you lose track of someone who you used to know in high school, well, then you can find them on social media and contact them again. That's a positive for you. We're more social beings. Um, and also it's a big way. And also, it's actually, if you think about it, millennials nowadays, is a fact, are more educated than the youth back then because we have more sources of information. Over 88% of millennials get their news from Facebook. They don't go on the news channel on TV to look at the news. No, millennials barely watch cable TV anymore. They use social media because it's so much more convenient. You can find all the news you want on there, and when you go on there, all the news that if it's something important, it will be trending. So you can trust that if it's something you really need to know, you'll see it on social media. Everyone knows that they'll see it eventually. Nothing is hidden anymore, and 83% of people get the news from YouTube too. Just because YouTube trending also has a trending page, and people like to view the content on YouTube because you can choose your content on YouTube. It's not like you go on TV and you have to wait for your show to come on at a certain time. on YouTube, and you can view, and any other social media, you can view your whatever content you want. And that's another thing. It gives us more distractions, more things to do, more forms of entertainment. That can keep us out of trouble, and it has been keeping young people out of trouble. Instead of going out and getting in trouble, they can go on social media and view the content. And it's also, and the final thing I want to mention is there's so many people that have made a living just on social media that never would have gotten an opportunity without social media. It increases opportunity, and it's basically anyone can. Everyone has a brand nowadays. Your brand is on your social media page, and you can convey your message however you want. A lot of people choose not to use this opportunity, but a lot of millennials are choosing to use this opportunity. A lot of creative people are using social media to make money, and they can create sources of income without getting a label job or something that they're not fond of doing. It's, Social media has been a great thing for our generation. Um, Thank you for tuning in to my final exam presentation on social media. Um, have a safe summer. Peace.